Hi everybody, I have another video for you already this week. I broke open my brand new small black Dylusions journal, and I don't know if it's going to flow as well as the last black journal, but I don't know, probably not. But I did have a little fun with it and the new Dylusions stencils. So this one I'm using the small Tropics stencil, and I really like this one. I like how the petals are squiggly, so I really like the small one. I don't know how much I'll use the large one, but I think the small one is so fun. You're probably wondering why I'm laying down tape, maybe. It's because I zoomed in more than I usually am, and I wanted to make sure that I stayed within the screen. Because, you know, it can easily happen once you start playing, your journal moves around and stuff, so just wanted to make sure. So I'm using Shimmer paints, and I'm choosing the colors Pure Sunshine, Funky Fuchsia, and Bubblegum Pink. And I noticed that when I am sponging on the color, you can't really tell much of a difference between the Funky Fuchsia and Bubblegum Pink, but there is a difference, I promise you. And I have to tell you, it was really hard trying to do individual colors for each flower and not get it on other parts. And even some of them just trying to figure out which flower was which, because some of the petals cross over. But I do like how it ended up looking in the end. So once I added the stenciling to the one side, I knew I wanted it to be a 2-page spread, and I thought it would look silly if it was just flowers on the one side and then none on the other. So I decided to extend some of the flowers onto the second page, but not completely cover the page like I did on the first one. So I'm just lining up the flower to where I would like it to be on my page. And again, remembering to alternate between the colors. And once the paint was all dry, I went around and I traced them with the white Posca pen. And I do find this is what really made it pop. There's just something about the black journal and the shimmer paints and then going in with that white pen. It just makes everything, I don't know, just come alive. I really like it. outlining of the flowers were all done, I started looking for some collage images to go on my page. I really didn't have a clue how I wanted this page to look. There was no planning involved. I just knew I wanted to use the new Tropics stencil and then went from there. I didn't plan any cutting out for this page, like you know how I like to do cutouts on the black pages. I know it's possible, but I just wasn't in the mood to do all that knife work, and I wanted to show off the stencil in paint instead of in a cutout. Usually when I do cutouts, I have a little more planning done ahead of time, at least for the page that I'm working on. So as you can see, my stenciling got a little bit messy. Like you can see it, you can see the shimmer paints in places where it's not supposed to be, but don't worry about it because I take care of it later. And I'll have all the things that I use listed in the description box below, so I'll link the colors and which collage sheets I used and all that stuff. It took me a while to find a body for this girl. Okay, so here is another new Dylusions stencil, and it is called Coin. Is it coin or coins? I think it's coins with an S. I could be wrong. Either way, it'll be easy to find. And plus, I'm going to link it below, so no worries. This one is the small one. And of course, I love it because I love circles, so you can't go wrong there. And I never noticed, really, like I knew that they were different sizes, but in Dyan's release video, she pointed out how it goes from small to large, and you know, the next row is large to small. Which, yes, you can see, but it's so clever how if you choose a section in the middle of the stencil, you're roughly getting the same size circles. I thought, oh, I didn't even notice that. I was very glad she pointed that out, because I don't know if I don't know if my brain would have worked that way and figured it out. I don't know, maybe I'm not giving myself enough credit, but maybe it depends on the day if I would have. So I'm still looking for a body. There were a few, like I really like that one on the page, but I really wanted something that popped a little bit more. Like I almost chose that one. I don't know if it's good or bad having so many images to choose from. Sometimes I do better if I have less choices. So I ended up going with white, because what's going to stand out more than white against black? And before I glued down my images, I decided to give my pages a little border. You know how I like to do that black and white border. And even though the pages are black, I mean, you don't have to fill in a black section because, you know, the pages are already black. But I did go in with a black Posca pen after, and it just made it pop a little tiny bit more. Like you can see, you know, because it has, it's not a shimmer, but I don't know, like, I don't know how to describe it. You just see it more because there's a difference. Like you have the plasticky paint or whatever versus a matte black paper. So it does show up a little bit more than if you just left it with the paper. So this is how I cover up my oopsies when stenciling. It's easy to do in the black journal. I just take the black marble paint and I touch up and go over where there's paint that there shouldn't be. And yes, you can see it like when you tilt your journal a certain way or if the light is shining on it, but honestly, overall, like when you're looking at the whole spread, it's not that noticeable. And I really don't care that much. I'd rather have it looking like that than to see all the splotchiness of paint where it doesn't belong. That's just me. So that is it for this journal spread. I do hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. Thanks so much for stopping by. Let me know if you like my videos by leaving me a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also head over to my Instagram account and say hi to me over there. If you have any video requests, leave a comment down below and I'll see what I can do. And don't forget to check out my other videos.